Hey everybody, welcome back to Ryan Zohana. Before we get started today, if you could please thumbs up and like this video, and please subscribe. The Walt Disney Company had their recent earnings call, and new but not new CEO Bob Iger stated that there were going to be 7,000 jobs that were going to be laid off. Iger replaced infamous CEO Bob Chapek back in November of 2022, after Chapek had a tumultuous tenure as CEO. Many have wondered if the layoffs that Chapek had announced were still going to be taking place. But with Iger's announcement, a lot of hourly cast members were worried that if they were going to be losing their jobs. Now, I have a couple of cast member friends that have some inside information that a lot of the hourly cast members will not be losing their jobs. It's actually going to be more of the salary jobs that are going to be being cut. With that slash of money that they're going to be doing a lot of the reconstructing of that. Now, I know a lot of guests would like to be seeing more money pumped into the parks because a lot of the stuff was being pumped into the streaming service of Disney Plus. And that was something that Chapek was very big on, of putting a lot of money into Disney Plus instead of putting money into the parks. Now, I would love to see the money being pumped into the parks because I would like to see them bring more attractions to the parks. Maybe more additions to Animal Kingdom. Because right now we have Dino Land that's kind of up in the air, what they're going to be doing with that. They've been closing a lot of the stuff in Dino Land and getting rid of and boarding up some stuff in there. I would really love to see what they're going to do with Dino Land. Maybe see a ride of Zootopia, maybe. And, maybe even bring some stuff to the Magic Kingdom, and more stuff to the holiday stuff, to the holidays, with the holiday events that they have. Maybe new attractions to Epcot or to Magic Kingdom. Now, I do know that they have that on the call that Iger did say that he was going to open up an Avatar type land in Disneyland on the West Coast. Now, I think that's a good idea. That's amazing for Disneyland for them to get Avatar over there, because we have Avatar on the East Coast as well. But I would also like to see a fifth gate open up at Disney World. A fifth gate at Disney World would be amazing. It'll bring lesser crowds, because right now I know that they've been trying to pump in more crowds into the parks, and I think it'll help alleviate with bringing a fifth gate. Also, opening up a new attractions, new theme lands in like I said, in Animal Kingdom, in Magic Kingdom, and in Hollywood Studios. I think that'll help out a lot. I do know that Universal recently announced that they are going to open up a kid-friendly park in Frisco, Texas, coming in 2025. And of course, we also know that Epic Universe for Universal is going to be opening up in 2025 as well. Now, I think that with those things happening, I think that Disney should really look into getting a fifth gate into the parks, and also maybe expanding to maybe the Texas or Midwest of the United States, central United States, because that'll help them bring more money to the economies of whatever state they decide to go to, and it'll help them out a lot. But we'll see what Iger would like to do with that. But back to the job cuts. I know that he had said that part of it was going to be cost-cutting effort, that the $5.5 billion of the cost-cut savings across the company was going to be 30% from labor savings, 20% of the cost savings would be from less spending on technology and procurement and other expenses. Now, since Disney is a major advertiser, the $1 billion reduction in annual marketing expenditure signals more difficulties ahead for other media companies as well. Now, with I know them having doing a lot of drop in Disney Plus subscribers and other losses, I do know that they were only down 1% of subscribers in the end of the last quarter. Now, with Disney having to lose that type of subscribers and type of losses on their streaming, I do know that that's going to be something that Iger is going to have to address. And I'm hoping that with the cutting that he's going to do, that they don't take too much away from the parks. And I know that that's something that the new CEO has said that they were gonna spend less money on, is on the parks, which I think is kind of bad for them to do that and spend more money on on trying to help the streaming services, kind of like what Chapek did. And I really see that, you know, they should go a different direction in creativity for the company. Now, I do know that he's trying to fix a lot of the mistakes that Chapek has made, but I think by pumping more money into the parks, that'll be really, really great for them. But also, I do know that on certain things, with getting rides completed faster and getting other things completed faster, because like we saw with Tron, it took 5 years to complete. But of course, we also know that there was a pandemic that happened in between it. But I think with Iger now back at the helm, a lot of the things that need to get fixed faster will be getting fixed faster. Because taking 5 years to complete Tron, that was a lot. But now that it's open, you know, we see that it was well worth the wait. But I do think that with Chapek in power now, that we will see a lot more things get done faster. Now, I do know with the hotels that they had also announced, or we had been seeing that they have been doing a lot of de-theming at the hotels, which I hoped that they stopped doing that, because a lot of the magic and the thing of just being in Disney has been going to the hotels and seeing, just being in the ambiance of being in Disney and being in those hotels, because those hotels are so amazing, especially being in Coronado. The way they have it themed, being in Pop Century, the way they have it themed is so amazing. It's just the smells that you smell when you go in there, because I know that a lot of people are like, man, where can you get those smells? And you just love being there. Now, I know that with Chapek back at the helm, I do see a lot of good things happening for the company, and I do see that he's going to do a lot of great things and fix a lot of the mistakes that were made by Chapek. So I hope that we see a lot of different things and more news coming up into the future. So until then, we'll see what happens. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the news that we've just recently received. So we'll see you guys in the next one.